Hello and welcome to CIE 404, Issues and Institutions in International Educational Development. My name is Alex Wiseman. I'm the professor for this class, and this is a series of short 15-minute or less videos introducing you to the course, to the website, and to the syllabus. So hopefully this will be helpful. I think it'll actually be kind of interesting. As always, you should have my contact information if you're a part of this class, and you're welcome to email me at any time with any questions or comments that you might have. So let's start by just taking a look at the website. You can see that we are using a WordPress.com site. It's a free website development tool that you can use, and it's simply CIE404.wordpress.com. And when you do that, you get to this front page. It's right here. It has the nice sunrise. You can't mistake it. And what you'll see is that there's a series of pages that you'll be able to interact with. One is the home page, which we're on right now. The home page has a little description about CIE 404, and also a little description about me. If I don't know you yet, if we haven't met, you can learn all about me ahead of class time, and it's nice to meet you. And then we have a page on posts and updates. These are literally posts, like a blog post that will be made from time to time. You'll see that I have one up already welcoming you to the class. I'll be posting another probably about these screencasts in not long. And this will be something that you will also post to when you are a discussion leader during the class. We'll talk about that more when we talk about the assignments. There is a page for syllabus and readings. The syllabus and readings page looks like this. So far there's just syllabus. There's no readings. But you can link to the syllabus. It's very simple. Either click here or here. And when you click, watch the magic happen. Look at that. It takes you right to a PDF of the syllabus, which you can then print, or you can save, or you can look at online. It's all up to you. The good thing about this syllabus link is that this is linked to a live version of the syllabus. So if there are ever any updates to the syllabus or changes to the syllabus, or additions, whatever it might be with the syllabus, the most recent version of the syllabus will always be found right here. So please check back often. If you have already downloaded a version of the syllabus early on when this web page became initially available, you might want to take a look and download a more updated version of the syllabus closer to the start of the class in August. And you might take a look at it also for updates throughout the semester. Finally, you'll see that there is a section for discussion, and when you hover over it, it has this drop-down menu where each of the weeks and the topics for the weeks are highlighted. Or you can just click on discussion, and it will take you to the discussion page where you will see that each of those weeks are also linked. This is simply a place for us as a class to comment on and critique the ideas from the readings and the discussions every day after class, or every week after class. So we'll talk more about that in a second as well. For now, let's go back to the home page, and let's just talk a little bit about CIE 404. It is, as it says here, an advanced introductory course in the Comparative and International Education program at Lehigh University's College of Education. It is a required course if you are completing the International Development in Education Concentration or Certificate through our CIE program. Otherwise, it's an elective that can go into your concentration area. If you're an MED student, it can go into we could probably work it into your field-specific area or discipline-specific area for an MA, and it's also something that is required for your PhD program if you're in the doctoral program. It is an introduction to the key issues and institutions that shape, impact, and implement education for development worldwide. And we'll be defining what we mean by development as we work through the course in general. I'll maybe take a stab at it at some point talking about the course and syllabus right now, but it's a more complicated topic that we'll need some time to discuss. I'd like to point out that this is the online presence of the CIE 404 course that is taught by me, Alex Wiseman. There are other versions of CIE 404 that are taught by other faculty in the Comparative and International Education program. So you are getting the Alex Wiseman perspective when we go through this course. Know that it is one of many perspectives. I think it's a pretty good one, but hey, that's me. So it also includes links to information about the course, responses and critiques of readings and other materials. As always, constructive comments are welcome. Please keep them constructive. And then this is from the syllabus. International development organizations are really only one way of thinking about institutions that impact educational development or development using education. So some questions that we're going to explore in the course are: how can governments, non-governmental organizations, and other institutions create educational opportunities and support educational systems to develop leadership and foster learning and creativity for all people? That's an important question. A long one, but an important one. Next, what does comparative and international education research reveal about the effectiveness of pedagogical approaches to teaching and learning in various national contexts? That will be important because often the pedagogy, the teaching and learning that goes on is forgotten when we talk about international education and development altogether. Next, we're going to see if I can do this. What are the roles of other institutions in supporting, improving, and facilitating education? And by this I mean institutions other than school, other than education. And then finally, what methods can be used to measure the effectiveness of different approaches to development using education? Now, we'll ask probably many more questions than this, but this is giving us a good start so that we can see where we're going. I think that thinking about international development in education, or thinking about what just international educational development is and defining that, will be one of the things that we're going to tackle pretty early on in the course. So I would suggest, A, I hope you're watching this video before the class starts, and B, I would like for you to think about how you define international educational development. What does that mean? How has it been used in readings or classes that you've already had? What is your personal experience, if you have any, with international educational development, or using education for development at all, or constructing education for development? And lots of ways to think about this, right? I'd also like for you to think very carefully about what you think an institution is. There are a lot of ways to define institution. There are some more theoretical, some more, well, there are a lot of different ways, some more organizational, some more whatever. But how do you define institution? How do you think that's being used for the course? So these are some of the things that we're going to tackle early on. So let's take a look over now at the syllabus. I'm going to open it up again. This is the syllabus for our class as it stands right now. A couple things to highlight, just some practical things. One is that we are going to be meeting Thursdays from 4:10 to 7 p.m. The actual room location for this has not been set yet, but as soon as it is, I will update the syllabus and make sure that there is a blog post that tells the room number. If you are an international or a distance person taking this class, welcome. I'm very glad to have you. You obviously won't be joining us in whatever room we eventually decide we're in. But if you are able, wherever you are, would love to have you join us in class live using Google Hangout. Google Hangout is our preferred form of pulling people in right now because it's a way for us to share video and audio. Most people have access to both on their laptops or computers. And also it's a way for us to record the class. So if for some reason you are in a time zone or you have a work schedule and you are an international distance person, and that work schedule or time zone does not allow you to join us live on Thursdays at 4:10 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, then you can always watch the recorded video. And in fact, you're required to watch the recorded video of class. All right, my name is, my long name is Dr. Alexander W. Wiseman, but please feel free to call me Alex. That is something that most people call me, so I don't mind at all, and I encourage it. You can see my office is located in Iacocca Hall. I am not always there, so if you need to see me, it would be always best to make an appointment to let me know that you're coming or what time you might want to be there, and we'll work that out. You can also always reach me via email. This is my Lehigh email address. You might also receive emails from me from a Gmail address. If you are trying to contact me, both my Lehigh address and my Gmail address go to the same inbox, so I will always get your message no matter which email address you use. Just know that you can contact me just about at any time. All right, having said that, I'm going to skip over the course description, and I'm going to talk just briefly about some of the technical details. One is, in this class, I might provide short introductions to the readings and the course content every week, but really the primary format for the course is a participatory seminar. It's very typical for graduate courses to be like this. This is no different. So members of the seminar, that's you, will be asked to read a variety of materials and come to class prepared to discuss them. That is going to be key. Class discussions, readings, issue analysis, presentations, and written assignments will all be used throughout the course of the semester. And I also encourage all of you to draw on your own personal and professional experiences in discussions and sometimes in class assignments. You will see, because we will all introduce ourselves in the first week, you will see that there is a wealth of personal experience and practical expertise that each of you brings to the class. And quite frankly, your experience and expertise enhances the learning process for your peers in the class. It enhances the education process that I'm trying to provide for us in the class. It's going to make your graduate experiences more meaningful. So just recognize that you're bringing a lot to the class, and I appreciate that. And so I'd like for you to share reflections on your personal, professional, and academic experiences, and help us in doing so to develop a critical understanding of the main concepts in this course by bringing all these different personal, professional, and academic experiences together. Excuse me. All right. So from the highs and the greats of how much wonderful stuff we bring to the class and the fact that we're all interactive, I also want to point out some more, just some straightforward stuff here. One is academic integrity. It is essential that you conduct yourself as ethically and with as much integrity as possible throughout this course. It will not be tolerated. You will not be tolerated if you cheat, if you plagiarize, if you create hazards or disruptions, if you fail to uphold your responsibilities in group assignments, if you unfairly exploit the work of other people that you might be engaging with in this class. It's silly that I have to even say this, but I want to make it clear that you are held to the highest ethical, moral standards in this class. And I expect you to understand that there is a code of student conduct, that there are pretty severe consequences if you get caught cheating or plagiarizing, and that if you have any questions about when you're building on someone else's ideas, including those of your classmates or me or the authors you read, that you have to acknowledge them, you have to cite them. And if you have questions about that, visit this website and look for the Managing Your Information and Citing It content. Last sort of housekeeping thing before we come back in the next screencast and talk a little more about content is I want to point out that if you have any sort of disability or a need that might require accommodation on the part of either me or Lehigh, you should please let us know as soon as possible. We will do all that we can to make sure that your accommodations are granted. And you need to contact the Office of Academic Support Services. You can see this contact information right here. You have to let them know so that they can document the accommodations and the need. And then you have to let me know so that I can do something about it as well. All right? We are fully invested in making sure that you can participate as fully as possible in this class. Okay, you've gotten a little introduction to our website. You've gotten a little introduction to just the basics of the course and the syllabus. We're going to come back in the next screencast and talk about content.